We wish Joy Reid and NBC would stop lying, and not just lying, but lying in the most insultingly obvious way. Your 8-year-old could tell more convincing lies than NBC News does, and probably would feel more guilty about it afterwards than they do. Buck Sexton has watched all this from the beginning. He's a radio host who used to work at the CIA, and he joins us tonight. So, Buck, if you were making up a fake story like this and pretending that unseen saboteurs had put words in your mouth on your blog 12 years ago, and people all of a sudden said, Buck Sexton, you're lying, would you double down and get the FBI involved?
No, it's going to create, I think, even more problems for her, much greater problems for her, possibly, than what we saw initially. As you pointed out, a lot of folks would have accepted an apology from her, and instead, she may have created legal trouble, which clearly nobody was suggesting was the case from the get-go. It is, in fact, a crime to lie to federal agents, and even filing a false report is a crime. Now, whether or not the FBI would choose to go forward with that charge, how quickly they move on this, Tucker, is also another thing. You've got thousands of hacks actually happening every day across the country. Just because Joy Reid sounds like she's really upset over this hoax hack doesn't mean it goes to the top of the list.
So, I mean, it just seems like you could wind up stuck in this. It's almost like when a lie gets out of control, and you could wind up punished for it. So what is the FBI going to... I mean, look, we know that her blog was not hacked. No one hacked it 12 years ago and waited like a sleeper cell to surprise us with it now. Her Twitter feed was not hacked all those years ago. So the FBI comes in, they take a look at this, they decide it's a hoax. What do they do then? Do they punish her?
I think it's very unlikely. You know, a lot of false statement cases, you're going to see somebody who is the target of the false allegation, and that's why they might actually want to punish the person who levels it. In this case, Joy Reid is accusing these unknown, mysterious cyber entities. She might as well just say it's the Russians while she's at it. Why not? But, you know, she's just making it up as she goes along. The FBI has more important things, legitimately has much more important things to do than this. But I will say this, Tucker. Think about it from her perspective. Now that she has this cover of the FBI's investigating, maybe a few days passes, maybe a few weeks passes. The FBI could track this down in a matter of hours if they wanted to, but I don't think they really care all that much. They might have one agent at a field office here in New York City or in D.C., wherever she's located, take a look at it and say, okay, nothing here, and therefore she can run out the clock with this in a sense. Because if they don't press charges and she lives to fight another day on MSNBC as a result of the delay, it's actually a tactic.
So, I mean, when the Chinese military takes down the New York Stock Exchange, I'm going to ask the FBI, were you too busy investigating Joy Reid's fake Twitter conspiracy to be on actual threats to the country? I mean, it's a fair question. Buck Sexton, thank you for that. I hope you'll come back and continue to follow this breaking story.
Good to see you, Tucker. Thank you.
Great to see you.